Yep.
And looks like we have a Persian here. I'm pretty hyped for this series. These are both very good players. So this should be a really good series to stream.
Borg has really improved as well recently.
Yeah, he definitely has.
I think he at the start he had a few things in his game which he needs to work on, but there weren't some stuff that were very much like difficult to fix. They were like quite simple. He used to start on berries. He's gone on hunts.
Right.
Like there's so much stuff that he's sorted out, and I think this could actually be a closer game than all.
Yeah. Hopefully this starts. Oh boy, we did we did a connection test just a little bit before this, and it worked perfectly. And right now it's looking like it might not want to start. And we just did a long intro, so that's always great. I might have to just change up the host if this doesn't launch right here, so that's pretty frustrating. Alright, I'm gonna make you the host.
Okay, Borg versus Recon on Coastal. Let's see if it works. Hopefully it does. We did try.
Yeah. Tried and it worked right away the first time, so
okay, it's working.
There we go.
Perfect. Right. There we go. We're getting into the game.
Alright, so pretty hyped here, and this is Coastal. If you guys ever played Age of Mythology, you might recognize this map, as this map is basically a copy of an Age of Mythology map, and in AoM it was called Mediterranean. So, if there's any AoM players out there, you might like this map. A lot of people really enjoyed the map in AoM. But, okay, so as you see, Borg is playing as Persia up top, and Recon is playing as Persia and up top, and Borg is also playing as Persia and down in the bottom here.
So, slight difference in build order. Recon going for 4 on food early, whereas Borg went for his first villager to come out in CC to build a storehouse on wood. So, not too much of a difference, but he's going to get that little bit of wood just that bit earlier.
Yeah, and Recon's building his storehouse on the back forest, which is like super chunky forest, which is very good for late game. But Borg's deciding to build his storehouse on this like smaller forest, which can hurt him in like the mid to late game. It might be easier to manually micro your villagers because you won't have to rotate the camera, but eventually the villagers will start to like chop through this forest. So.
Yep, that's definitely true. But in the meantime, the thing about this map is just because the water's so big, we're probably gonna see a big fight on water, and it's really gonna test his multitasking, isn't it? Dodging shots, macroing your economy, and a lot of players do find that quite difficult. So both of these players, I guess they're mechanically quite good, but for Coastal, I'm sure can test even the best of us.
Yeah. Hey, can you turn your volume up like a little bit, or?
Wait, is this any better?
Yeah, I think that was better.
Yeah, I just had to bring my mic closer.
Okay, yeah. And Recon is already on his way to Age 2. Ooh, actually both the players are both on their way to Age 2, so they're both doing an 11 villager age up. As you see, there's 12 population, but the scout does count as 1 population, so this is an 11 vill age up, and we already have the dock going down for Recon and also for Borg, so very, very mirrored strategies and builds here.
Yeah, you can't really find a difference in their starting.
Yeah, so one thing right here, Recon is already building a house, so he's choosing to build a house. He's gonna have enough wood for his first galley actually when he gets to Age 2, so he's building that house, you know, in preparation to prevent himself from getting house in the future. As he didn't need it immediately right now. But as you see, Borg is building his galley before making a house. So they're both actually making the galley at the same time. So Borg's probably just about to make a house himself. I don't think he'll get house, but
Yep, and they're gonna both have to start mining gold because although Persian ships are cheap, they're 50 gold compared to I think it's 100 for the Celtic ship, but Recon hasn't started on that, and he's gonna need it quite soon, so he doesn't really be caught off guard.
Yeah, and I saw Borg was researching handsaw, the upgrade that increases your gather rate for wood, but he actually canceled it. So I think he realized that's interesting because he realized that takes away some of his gold, so he's not gonna be able to make as many galleys as quick. But in the long run, it helps your villagers gather wood quicker. And
Yep.
2 ships now popping out for recon, so Borg's gonna be forced to retreat here. And Borg was maybe thinking that he edged up so early that he would catch recon off guard, but that's not the case here. So Borg really should repair this galley with his villager right here.
Yep. And what we see is a lot of the time when someone starts to lose the water, they do tend to go for an all-in afterwards. So it'll be interesting to see because most of the time, whoever wins the water wins the game on this map. So
Yeah,
this is a mirror.
Yep. And here we go, 3-on-3. This just comes down to bolt micro at this point. We do have a 4th ship being queued up for Borg, and now a 4th ship for recon. And as you see in these boat wars, you can dodge every single shot from every boat. So both of these players are moving their boats around very kind of crazy and trying to dodge every single shot while also attacking themselves. So neither of them wanted to commit too much to that fight.
Ooh, Borg housed and he built a house on his gold mine. That was it too.
Oh, I wonder that's funny looking.
Oh,
Okay, now he's making a storehouse. I'm not sure if he thought
that's a weird position. Maybe you should swap them around.
Yeah.
That was optimal. And here we have a big water battle right now. So 4-on-4, but Recon hitting all 4 shots on one ship. And that ship just might die. Has to repair that. His villager doesn't know where he's going. And this is the pathing we're talking about in Age of Empires.
Yeah, well, to be honest, that's kind of the player's fault because he really does have to repair it. You have to bring the ship all the way on the coastline. He can't repair it. Huh?
Yeah. He couldn't repair that because if he brought it in to repair it was just gonna die. So this is like a big advantage. 2 ships going down. That's a lot of resources, and you can easily start to overwhelm your player once you kill 1 or 2 ships. And as you can see, 3 ships going down, 6 to the 3 of Borg, and this could be a quick game.
Yeah.
Battle.
It's looking rough. 1 ship does go down for recon. Yeah, Borg really messed up there, not repairing the ships. It looks like he was trying to repair the ship, but he didn't bring the ship all the way to the coastline, and the villager wasn't able to repair.
And at this point, all his ships can just one-shot. So if he gets caught off guard with 1 hit, then 1 ship is going to go down. So Recon going for a second dock. He's starting to make fishing boats, and Borg looks like he's going to start making hunting dogs. It looks like he's given up on water here. And he's going to spread his ships out for that LOS.
Ooh, Borg has 1 villager fishing, needs to pull him back. He's not noticing. Looks like he's going to lose that villager. So yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. We actually have 2 proxy barracks for Borg coming down right now. Very
that's
interesting.
the only we're talking about. But the special thing about this is Borg's score is a lot lower, but they have the same amount. Well, they had the same amount of villagers. He's only a little bit down, but that is because of all the galleys on the field. So if you can kill him right now, then he is an advantage. So Recon's starting to build the stables, and against a barracks heavy build by Borg, this is going to be quite difficult to hold, don't you think?
Yeah, it's really interesting. Oh, Recon's actually gathering stone also, so he's going for a 2nd TC, which is actually good for Borg, because that's just going to mean Recon will have less military units out against this push here.
And you could say that Recon committed quite a few resources on water. I think Borg did too. He made 6 ships.
Yeah, yeah, they both committed a lot to sea. I don't think Recon made more ships than Borg really. He just kind of won the sea. He might have made committed a little bit more resources to the sea.
Yeah, and no other military buildings, just 1 stables against double barracks. How is he going to be able to hold this?
Yeah, this will be interesting. I think Borg needs to wait and group up his army as he is doing right now. It looked like he was going to maybe move out, but you need to group up and catch the guys by surprise, because at this, yeah.
You think he could go in now? He doesn't have double TC fire, and maybe he could deny a TC and maybe, keep his villagers from gathering.
Yeah, that is true. I was thinking if he waits a little bit longer, if Recon places down the TC, I think that'll be good for Borg, because that'll be a lot of resources that, you know, are used on non-military. But he is moving in right now, and here we go. We have this engagement, and yeah, see, so Recon sees this right away, so he places down an archery range. Imagine if Borg came in like 10 seconds later, that TC probably would have been placed down, and then he wouldn't have had wood to make an archery range.
That's definitely true. That's definitely true. So not much to defend with right now, and he's getting archery range with 5 villagers, so he's really desperate to defend this, and as he should. No sign of a second TC, I don't think, anymore. And he's, yep.
Borg is in the wood line of Recon right now. There are a couple Acid bars, but yeah, so many spearmen that the Acid bars are going to have to just run away here. So there are a lot of idle villagers right now for Recon. He is scrambling to get these archer ranges up.
Doesn't want to kill that the houses. He wants to focus down the villagers. He's moving that storehouse, but he is gathering from water. We have to like take into account that Recon will not have any problems gathering food, but he needs to gather food and gold, and he has no way of gathering gold right now. But he does have an excess amount.
Yes. Yeah, Recon. Okay, yeah, you did right. You're saying he does have a little bit of gold, but no villagers on gold. And one of the big things is when you do this type of push, you have to make sure that every action that your units do is an important action. And Borg was kind of slipping on that. Like, he took a lot of HP off of these 2 storehouses, but he didn't like kill them. That's just like wasted time. He could have killed like 3 houses during that entire time, and if he killed 3 houses, Borg would be housed right now. And so he's still kind of wasting time. I mean, he's killing his storehouse, but
time is precious after all. If you're going for an all-in, the longer you give the player that's ecoing up, the worse it is for you. And this place has no TC fire under it. He's going to be forced to fight here. And no Borg. There we go. And this looks like he's going to be forced to fight with these units. And Borg is in a okay position. 37 villagers to 43, and all those Asabaras, they melted quite quickly.
Yeah, I think Borg needs to focus on the archers at this point. Maybe ignore the villagers, because if this archer ball gets up for Recon, then it's going to completely shut down.
Needs to stop him from mining gold. Gold is the single most valuable resource for Recon right now. He's trying his best, but he's mining from 2 areas, and it looks like he's going to hold this push back along with these few bowmen. And there's no Asabar to push them back, so even 1 or 2 Asabar would have been huge right now for Borg.
Yeah, I would have liked to see a stable go down instead of a second barracks, to be honest, because Asabar are actually really good at like counter pushing, because they have quite a high like siege damage, and they just move really fast. So.
Yep. But Borg taking the villager lead, so he's not too far behind. If he can be careful and get a second TC up, you know, he won't be in a too bad of a position. 41 villages to 40, but these fishing boats do count as a lot. And do you see that random fishing boat in Recon side?
Yeah, that is interesting.
He's attacking that fishing boat.
Oh wow!
How did that get there?
That's funny.
So that's gonna catch him by surprise. Like that could be, that's pretty. Yeah.
Don't expect to see a random fishing boat attacking your fishing boat.
I think he just realized. Nah, I think he should just left it there. He really should have just left it there.
Yeah. He could have made.
Oh no! R.I.P. to the fishing boat. Looks like he's gonna die. No, he's gonna walk straight into the. No.
We do have a big engagement here, and Borg does have a lot more archers. There are a lot of Spar Bar out though. Yep,
he does, but not enough bowmen to do DPS for Recon right now. I don't know what he's thinking jumping out of his base. There's a lot of Spar Bar and Spearmen for Borg, and this is not good. Like, the score does not tell the story right now. 44 villagers to 44, and there's a lot of cost-effective engages here, but no Asabar as of yet for Borg.
Yeah, the only thing that Borg does have to win these engagements a lot more than Recon does, so he is winning these engagements, it looks like, but maybe just by a tiny bit. And
Borg can get a second TC too.
Yeah. And if you just take a look at that food count for recons, with all those fishing boats,
That's crazy.
it
Yeah.
makes his economy very strong.
And make sure that he doesn't have to use villager time on gathering food across the map. So
Hmm.
he's getting that second TC right now, Recon, and Borg doesn't want to lose that advantage. He's staying on one TC for way too long, and he does have the resource to get his second TC right now. So we'll see when he's gonna do that, but getting pushed back by Recon for now. Too much of a pop difference, but Recon is going to H3.
Yeah, it's looking a little scary for Borg now. Yeah, his like initial push was pretty good, but he needed Asabara to be honest, and he could have
Yeah.
maybe like he did 2 barracks in an archer range. If he did 2 stables, that might have been better. Or
This is really bad. He has to hold this position right now.
yeah,
And he's just getting Hansel now, so his ability to build production is like significantly lower. And this could be GG right now. There's not much spearmen, and there's a lot of Asabara on the field. And this could be the end of Borg's push. And all this infrastructure is... It's everything he has, actually. He doesn't have anything back in his base, so if he loses his position, he loses the game. It looks like he is going to lose it right here.
yeah, not looking good for Borg. He's going H3 right now, but that doesn't really mean much at all. Yes, he just lost his entire army, and he's now going to lose all of his military buildings.
And taking that gold right here, Recon right now, and Borg's forced to retreat with these 4 villagers, and they might even be picked off by this galley, adding salt to the wound right here. And these Asabara, they're gonna run after him. They're gonna be like, "Look, you're not getting away." Oh, okay.
Did you see that villager?
Yeah.
They punched an Asabara to death. That was actually kind of nice. And 2 villagers did escape too, even. But the Asabars are just charging straight into Borg's base.
4 stables going down right now, but I don't know if he's gonna be able to mine enough resources to get enough units out, at least for not a long time. And you can see less than half of his population. This game is gonna end any moment now. Mounted archer is always a good counter, but 1 mounted archer isn't gonna affect this too much. And Recon staying back to kill the infrastructure, maybe buying himself a little bit more time, but he's not gonna have anything to kill the siege that's gonna come out of that workshop.
Yeah, and Borg just had 35 villagers in his town center, so his economy, his villagers are just not gathering, and he's just losing in every single way at this point.
Yeah. So Recon getting all of his techs, he's comfortable staying in the game. He doesn't need to end it right now. He knows exactly what's going on across the map. He knows that Borg is confined to his base, and he can do whatever he likes really right now.
Yep, Borg trying to hold on. He's now making some mountain archers, but it's gonna be tough here.
And we could be seeing a GG any moment now.
Yeah, he doesn't have anybody on gold, and he's not. Yeah.
Yeah, and he can't make units.
Yep.
And he's trying to get this fortress down, but I don't think that's ever going to be able to go up.
Nope.
And we should see a GG pretty soon. So, is it loser's choice?
Yeah, loser of game 1 picks the map for game 2. That's how
And
it goes
it's
for.
best of 5?
Yeah, best of 5. So yeah, I think one of the most important parts of this game, turning point, was when they were still fighting on sea. Borg sent his villager to repair the ship, but I'm pretty sure he clicked the ship to repair.
Right.
But the villager runs to the shoreline to try to repair. But they can't repair if the ship is too far away, and it doesn't make the ship go to the shoreline. So you have to manually tell the galley to go to the shoreline so that the villager, can get close enough to repair it. And I'm not sure if Borg just wasn't aware of that or what, but he wasn't doing that. So the ships just never got repaired, and he just got caught off guard.
And there's fortress going up for Borg right now, but I don't know what it's protecting, to be honest.
Yeah.
He needs to secure a gold, but he's not getting it. And units coming back to defend, but this is pretty much done. And looks like Borg's going to go for a counterattack. But we do have...
Yep, and there's the GG. So CG Recon does take game 1. Let me update the score.
Oh, and if you look in the post-game stats, I mean, there was like a big villager lead for Recon for quite a while, and then Borg kind of evened up and even took a lead for a while, but then he lost to the army.
Yep, take a look at villager stats, or post-game stats. All resources gathered, Recon out gathering in by 10,000 resources. As once you lost C, the game became kind of very one-sided for the last 5 minutes or so.
Yeah. They're complaining that it was quite laggy.
Not sure if you have anything open. Let me.
No, mine. I'm fine.
Alright, so we're gonna back out of game 1 and about to get into game 2 here. Alright, so Borg did lose game 1, which means he will pick the map for game 2 here. Alright, so Borg is picking equal footing. Alright, you there? Arshii disappear? Alright, Arshii, are you there? I think we lost a co-caster. Disappeared for a bit. Yeah, I think the chat, like, it kicked me out of the chat. It was weird when I, like, went back to my... Oh, what the heck? Oh, when you click on ticker, it disappears? I never knew that. I only have 2 tabs. Okay, that's why. Alright, that was weird. I did not know that. It cleared the entire chat. Alright, what is... Oh, oh my gosh. I closed Discord. Oh gosh, I always forget. Usually you co-cast on like Skype or something. I never think of Discord as like a chatting. Alright, Arshii there?
Yeah, hey.
Alright, my bad. Hey, type in the chat and we're about to get on their way with game 2.
I did.
Type... Okay, I just see. Alright, so Borg picks equal footing as game 2. And we have Borg playing as Greek and Recon playing as Norse. Oh wait, shoot. Does everyone have Norse right now?
Sorry?
Is Norse free to everybody right now?
No.
No, yeah, I don't think
Only
it is.
some.
Recon, I'm saying it. Okay. Alright, let's get underway. Game 2 here. Recon should be this way, I believe. Alright, game 2 in this best of 5. Borg versus CG Recon. CG Recon is up 1-0. This is round of 16 in the ZutaZuta Classic tournament. CG Recon is playing as Norse this game, and Borg is playing as a Greek.
Yep. Borg obviously mains Greek, so I think that's the civ he's most comfortable with. He started playing Persia recently, but I guess you could say this is his OG civ.
Yep. Alright, so Recon is going for this. Recon is up top playing as Norse. He's actually going for this front hunt. And Borg is playing as a Greeks. Ooh, he's going for a pretty far hunt.
Yeah, it's quite far away from his TC.
Yeah, sending a 4th villager to this hunt. So I'm not sure if he's going on the deer or if he's going to go straight to chopping. He is going straight to chopping, but he's walking really far for that wood. He could gather from these trees if you want to. And so that tells you that Borg's going for the fast barracks. And Recon did build a storehouse on his wood line, so he's not going for the super fast barracks. And Norse is very cool civ, very unique. They're the only civ that starts with 2 scouts. Start with this infantry scout and this archer scout. But, you know, both of their scouts are slower. They're at 8 speed and 8 speed, while every other scout is, what, at 10 speed?
Yep.
Alright.
Wait, sorry. Could you, they're slower. They're 8 speed, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Alright, so we have barracks already coming down for Borg here.
Yep. Getting it slightly outside of TC range. And he's going to look for that aggressive play, and he is in a position to do that. Recon has got his hunts on the front of his base, but he should be able to go age 2. So,
Yeah, and Borg's building his storehouse on this front wood line at like the very point, which once again it's looking like kind of a bad storehouse. And I think he's doing this just so he doesn't have to rotate the map. And it seems like he does this a lot. Now I'm kind of picking up on this because the wood line to his left of his TC would be much better to build his storehouse on. It would actually be like less walking, well, about the same walking time, but it would just be, you know, on a better chunk of the forest. But he's deciding to go for this one.
This is interesting. Recon hasn't started mining stone yet, so
Yeah, this
uh,
is.
neither player has actually.
Ooh, Recon with the proxy outpost. Looks like he's gonna be going for war dogs.
Yep.
And yeah, this is very interesting. So Norse is the only civ that is allowed to make war dogs, and they're made from an outpost. It costs 25 food, and they take up 0 population. So Borg is now in age 2, and he's queuing up these war dogs, and they train in 6 seconds. Ooh,
Yep.
now he's going for stone.
But they do have quite low health, so they're not too much of a problem. If you can have at least maybe 1 or 2 units there.
Yeah.
But
The
their
Greeks,
snare is insane.
yeah, they do have very high snare. The Greek spearman did push Recon off this hunt, and he's killing the storehouse, so that's nice. But meanwhile, these dogs are moving in, and we got 4 dogs moving in, ooh, a 5th dog even, and we got 5 dogs attacking these villagers. So now all these villagers are gonna have to run away from this hunt. And that villager is being snared. Not sure if he's gonna go. Oh, Recon pulls them back. Didn't want his dogs to get hurt to TC fire, but I think he should have finished off that villager.
Definitely, he should have, yeah. 80 health per unit for the war dog, so they're really fragile as well. And he sees here that there's a hunt, and Borg didn't scout that, so he doesn't know that he has a hunt there. So
Yeah.
a little bit of a oversight, but he has now got his wood storehouse right here in front of his base, and that's going to be really vulnerable.
Yeah, very true. And I think Recon ran past this wood line, which would be the normal wood line, to build a storehouse. So he was looking for the villagers to be on that wood line. Now he finds wood villagers. And
Yep.
here we go. We have the war dogs attacking these villagers and forcing all these villagers to run away once again. And meanwhile, ooh, spearmen are in Recon's wood line, and he
Yep.
gets 1 villager. And as you see, Recon gallied some of his villagers into the longhouse, as Norse is the only civ where you can put villagers inside your house.
Yep. And what's also interesting is they, instead of 5 pop, they give 10 population. But their vulnerability, on the other hand, is they only have 1,000 health compared to 750 of a normal house. So that means that even though they have slightly more health, if you take one down, that will take 10 population off rather than 5. And that's a big deal because they do have double the cost as well. So we have a second TC going down for both players now. Players getting their TC slightly later than usual.
Yeah, Borg's going for a really defensive TC, trying to, just secure this wood line, which is smart. He could have maybe placed it all the way up against the wood line.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. You're right. It would count as like 3 storehouses just because it's so big and it takes up so many squares.
Right.
But here we can see some raiders coming in, and they're gonna go and maybe target. Where are they gonna be able to target? Okay. This this storehouse is coming up. This is going right in, and there's 1 villager on really low health right now.
Oh yeah, 1 more hit and that 1 villager does go down. Borg doing kind of a bad job. He could have noticed that his villager was really low HP, and if you ever have really low HP villas, you should always put them in like the safest spot. Don't send them out together for food.
Yep. And these raiders going down, so 2 raiders essentially for 1 villager. Which isn't the worst trade. But it's gonna set him behind a bit.
Yeah, both of them are now sitting on 26 villagers, 2 town centers. Still have all these dogs running around Borg's base. And this is interesting. Greek versus Norse. Norse's 1 weakness is archers, and Greek have very strong Toxties. And you've seen Borg go for that archer range right now, so.
I think essentially Norses are in a really difficult position until they get to H3 in a lot of matchups, especially against Persia and Greek. They need berserkers just because of their area of effect. Throwing axemen just aren't that strong of a unit, and skirmishers also aren't too good. And then obviously they can get their raiders out. Raider champion is just beautiful. It's just
Yeah,
beautiful.
and we're seeing a second archer range go down for Borg, so I'm really liking Borg's build right now, and it'll be interesting to see if he does a timing push and overwhelms Recon with a very large archer mass. He's falling behind in villagers by a little bit, and he has to keep moving his villagers with all these raids. So he's losing some resources there. Oh, and Borg moving his spearmen away from his woodline at the worst time. His villagers were protected, but then he just pulled them away.
Nothing going down, but he's gathering from a while away. Okay, so there we go. So good map presence by Recon right now. Not too many toxicities yet to push out of his base, but you know, Recon has a good sense of what's going on. He knows that Borg is essentially just in his base for now, and he knows he's gonna have to come out soon because obviously with 11 villagers on berries, he's gonna have to move out sooner or later.
Yeah, and Recon is actually on his way to H3 right now. Oh, and he's taking a really bad engagement, losing just about all of his dogs here and taking some shots with his raiders.
Okay, but moving in from the other side and killing these villagers takes one down. He's gonna go for 2, losing a raider, and Borg's gonna go for a push right now.
Yeah, and what does Recon have to defend this push? Not much. It's not the largest army. There's 16 spearmen, so that's gonna be the only damage that you can really do to buildings. But if you can idle all the villagers, you know, that would work. There's actually not that many archers. There are 8.
What Recon does have going for him is most of his economy is behind 2 town centers. But he's gonna have to keep hold of this gold. He doesn't want to lose that position right here because this gold is really important. He's not got the many villagers on gold right now anyway, and a couple are gonna go down. Well, 2 going down here.
Yeah, Recon is
Maybe we should have stayed there.
Yeah, Recon is starting to get his throwing axemen count up quite a bit. He does have 14 throwing axemen, and there's only 10 toxicities. Okay, a few more coming in. So it's hard to judge right now. It's looking, yeah. Let's see, 44 villagers for Borg and 46 for Recon.
Yep, but this third TC is coming up, and that can change really quickly. So he has to make something happen. Doesn't really want to be targeting down that barracks. Want to take down these throwing axemen. They're not that strong. They have a 3 times multiplier against range units. So
I think he's fine to take down these barracks as long as you get the toxicities in the front line. And as soon as the throwing axemen come to try to attack the spearmen, you gotta have the toxicities ready to fire away at these throwing axemen.
Yep.
And he does
getting a couple of berserkers now, so
yeah, but berserkers are very expensive units, and in H3 they're kind of slow. They don't have a charge, and they can be very easy to micro down, and you know, that's a lot of resources that can be lost. Oh, I don't like Borg retreating here. He should have finished off those barracks.
There's no reason to be retreating. Oh, these throwing axemen might be caught out of position. Oh,
taking some shots. And wow, look at this Borg moving way up here trying to steal this hunt. I do like this. And the thing is, Recon, he's in H3, but look at this. He's forced to make all these farms, and he has 14 farms built, which is 1,400 wood it costs to make all those farms. So he really doesn't have map control right now. Ooh, the spearmen are a little bit out of position, but toxicities are getting a lot of good shots off, actually. Oh, he should just keep fighting.
It doesn't want to... Oh...
One berserker goes down, a second berserker goes down. That's what I'm talking about. There's the third berserker. Look at that.
Whenever a berserker goes down, do you just like have like this little thing in your head where you're like, yeah?
I do, man. There's such like whenever you kill a unit that's, you know, costs a lot. It's, you know, it feels so good to kill those.
I know. There's like this little, yeah, just get him, man. But
right.
Borg, I just saw he was just getting his eco-techs right now. Like, he just got his pickaxe right now and just getting his hand so he's getting that bit late. So,
Wow.
he should be behind on wood quite a lot. That goes a little while to replacing all that wood that Recon get with those 14, 17, 18 farms. 18 farms, yeah. So that's a 1.8k resource, but at least he's got his food economy. And now we have a raid in the bottom for Recon, and there's a lot of villagers here on this gold mine.
Yeah, and Recon's very good at raiding, so that's gonna be one tough thing for Borg to deal with. Is he's now starting to move out on the map to gather resources.
Oh, and another villager on low health. Want to lose that?
And I don't like Borg sitting here. He has a large army. He could be killing like all these barracks and these longhouses, but he's really giving Recon a lot of time to like stabilize.
Yeah,
I don't think that's a smart choice.
Yeah, he's got a huge army. I don't quite know why he's got that many spearmen. That's a shit ton of spearmen. Apologies, sorry.
No, that's fine.
But he's going in here, and the gold mining base part of his base is here. There's only 4 on the other side, and he's gonna take down a lot of villagers right now.
Yeah, these Toasties
Oh
are
my
getting a lot
gosh.
of good shots off.
Oh, that was. I felt that, man. But Borg is still like behind on villagers due to this third TC. He is
Borg's
third age
Recon's
now.
going to try to take this fight, but I think Borg would win if they straight up fight. And yeah, Recon is smart and retreats
Yeah.
here. But
Man,
look at this. Let me cut you off for a second. Borg gathering gold all the way like right next to Recon's base. So like mid to late game, this is gonna be really important because once like the gold mine starts to get depleted, he's actually retreating now as he's seeing Recon's villagers go there. Oh man.
Oh,
Look at this, he's building a TC on this gold mine.
that's a really forward TC, and both these villagers right next to each other. Oh, but Recon responding the fastest, and he's got Raider champions. This is not gonna be good. No, 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 no.
Yeah, Raider champion, very good upgrade. Makes their Raiders do a lot more damage to villagers, but villagers did escape. Maybe a couple went down.
Yeah.
Borg's slipping. Like oh my god, he has nobody on food. Oh, he's getting raided everywhere. And
Look at the villagers.
this is where the APM player with more APM can really shine here. And I think that's Recon. Recon's very good at raiding, and Borg is he's in a crisis right now. He has like nobody on food, 3 villagers on food, and he just nothing in his queue.
And as you can see, a lot of berserkers in queue. And when you know when Norse's player's economy is at that point, it's really, really difficult to win against a mass, critical mass of berserkers.
I
But
think-
here we go with a fight.
I think this is a really bad fight for Recon take, and this is what Borg needs. He needs these engagements should have been happening sooner. He was sitting around with all of his military. We do have some raiders coming in for a flank. This
There's
would be
a
a
few
close
spearmen
engagement.
there. Definitely, but I think it's a better engagement for Recon right now. He can reproduce this army, and Borg hasn't even finished getting Toxicity champion. Oh, which is really bad.
Yeah, Recon's economy is in just a much better situation. Borg just slipping on villager production, getting raided everywhere, just not being able to deal with the raids.
Throwing Axeman champion. What does throwing Axeman champion do?
Gives him like ignore armor.
Does it?
Yeah, it's very interesting.
So Borg getting pushed back. He's got this TC up. It's a very aggressive TC. And I don't like his placement. Like maybe he should have it one spot away, because these villagers are having to walk a little bit. But another raider group in the bottom, but there's nothing to raid. I think he's just raided everything he could in the bottom.
Yeah, Borg just falling behind in villagers by way too much. And hardly even training any, and he's letting Recon get away with gathering from this very far gold mine.
Yep. This is gonna be a really, really difficult game. At one point we thought he was in a very, very good position, but he did stall with his attack, especially when Recon was in age 2, he could have done maybe a lot more damage than he did, and taking these 8 villagers away quite frankly. So quite smart.
Yeah. These war dogs continuing to be annoying and attacking these farm villagers, and Borg just struggling to deal with the raids. And Recon moving in with his army here, and
Yep.
he is catching some villagers, so even more villagers going down for Borg. And all these villagers being idled for Borg, so his economy is just in shambles right now. 51 villagers to 87. Very rough to ever win a game when you're that many villagers behind.
Yep, 17 raiders and only no spearmen in that army. So in a straight up fight, I think this would be a really bad engage for Borg. I don't know if there's much he can do at this point.
Huh! Look at Recon has villagers gathering from Borg's back gold mine. These villagers were on the run. They built a storehouse. That's funny.
The sheer cheek to do something like that.
Recon moving in with a pretty large army on this forward town center, and Borg's army is just, you know, spread very thin. Slow armies not gonna be able to catch up to all this.
Toxicities is, as always, quite strong units. Did a little bit of damage, and he is splitting his army. And all Borg can hope for is he's given time and effort. Oh, and he just TC's out.
TC goes down. He was about to lose all of these villagers with 12 more villagers. So that is
Recon was
GG.
even thinking about getting a fort in the bottom. Like, that's so bad. When their opponent is getting a fort behind your base.
Oh wow, that's really funny. Yeah. All right, so Recon does take game 2 here.
Yep.
You want to talk about post-game stats?
Why is someone having all their messages deleted in the chat? There's like 3 people, 4 people. Okay.
Alright, so this is best of 5. Recon takes game 2.
And we could be in potentially our final game here.
Yep.
So loser picks, right? Arabia. Okay. So going for a macro game, it seems. Which is maybe his best bet right now.
Alright, and we look at that villager chart, and as you see, Borg just had idle TC for like a couple minutes straight, and you just cannot do that in this game. He was killing some of Recon's villagers here and there, but way too much idle TC time, and that's where he fell off.
2 minutes times by 3, that's 24 villagers. You're gonna be set behind those 2 minutes. It's way too much. I think Recon, I'm pretty sure, is gonna go for Egypt. And Borg, I'm assuming. Can you pick the same Civ in the same series?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's gonna go for Persia. I'm thinking. I'm assuming.
Why is my chat getting cleared when I leave, like, a quest? Like, I left the... Yeah, my entire chat got cleared. Alright, game 3 on Arabia. CG Recon picking Persia. And I think we have some series that are supposed to be going on after this.
You're against Anubis?
Oh, yeah. So, do you feel for up to stream after me, or because?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. Maybe ask somebody else in chat.
Who's next? Yeah, we'll see if anybody's in the chat. Any streamers? I would rather, you know, take a break after this best of 5 series and have a different streamer take over.
Yeah.
Because I think there are a couple more series to stream, so if some of the other streamers could help out, I would appreciate that.
By the way, would you be up for streaming me PFTK?
Oh, when are you guys playing?
It was supposed to be. PFTK said he might be able to come on Tuesday, but due to some engagements he's got, he might not be able to make it on Tuesday. But Troll said he'd be up for it, so I guess
Yeah.
you'd be his co-caster.
Yeah, I'd be a maybe on that. Yeah, I definitely like to see Troll stream it, and yeah, I can maybe co-cast. I think Troll definitely wants to stream. All right, here we are, Game 3, Borg versus CG Recon, best of 5, round of 16. Let's go.
By the way, do you remember back when we used to play the game, when it was officially out, that they used to give those PvP tips out every single week? Wouldn't it be cool if they came back?
Yeah, yeah.
I think every week they made this blog post, and it wasn't like so much like the tips. I mean, they were helpful, especially for the newer players, but it was like quite interesting, even as a player yourself, to read it up and just see the comments and everything. It was quite interesting.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. And somebody did bring that up a while back. But yeah, that would be really cool to see. Especially if somebody could do that on the ESO, community forums, that'd be really cool to see. Oh, and Recon slipping up a little bit here. Is one villager walking all the way back? When it's one hunt villager walked all the way back to drop off this food.
Oh yeah, I hate when that happens.
And
so it usually happens on your wood line though, never really on your.
yeah. So Recon did find a hunt, and he's going for his hunt, which is very nice. It's this is kind of standard Arabia. The hunts are further away than most maps, but for Arabia-wise, this is a good hunt. And Borg's deciding to go on berries. He did get Picker's Glove, which is a little more standard start probably.
Yep.
Yeah. So what do you think about you being that PvP tip guy?
I don't want to write all that information out. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. Like that would be really cool to see, have someone do that, but not me, basically.
yeah. It's just like I always used to wait for that, like every Wednesday. Like I know the tips is like some slinger tagging or something like that, but it was just an interesting read anyway.
Yeah.
And look at that woodline by Borg.
Yeah, Borg, just once again, I think this is 3 games in a row where he's building like a really shaky woodline storehouse. Yeah. And yeah, this is definitely something he can improve in his game. He's got to pay attention more to starting storehouse on wood. Cause very bad spot to build it.
I'm sure if we made it like a community thing where we maybe took it in shifts, like every week or so, the person changed.
Yeah, it's a good idea. That would be really nice. And Recon building his storehouse by the stone mine, but I think he could have built it up against the stone mine and up against the berries, which I think would have been a little bit better. Because it would be extra, storehouse for both resources. But the stone villagers are able to get in between the storehouse and the stone mine, so they're able to just turn around and drop off the resources. So it makes gathering stone a little more efficient, but it's not going to help out with those berries.
So Recon now in age 2. Usually I go for a 14 pop age up just because you have like a better eco, because your villagers are still mining whilst you go to age 2, and as soon as you hit age 2 you should be able to go for a second TC. So I think that's essentially the best thing to do on this map. But again, a Persia mirror. What do you think about going for a really early market and going for paid labor quite early?
Yeah, I think there's been a lot of talk about paid labor, and a lot of people are saying that it's very strong, especially on Arabia. So I'm expecting both these players to do a very fast age 3 and go for that paid labor.
Yeah, paid labor is. I think even on equal footing, paid labor.
Yeah,
it's really difficult to punish. Really difficult.
Yeah, it is very strong.
It essentially is kind of like the new Babylon, I guess you could say.
Yeah, that's exactly. It's like when Babylon have all their gardens up. Do you know how fast their villagers train?
I think it's 8 seconds.
Is it like an H4 with every garden, right?
Yeah.
But
But obviously that balances out because, first of all, it's a lot cheaper for Babylon just because they have to make gardens, whereas we have to pay, Persia have to pay 40 gold per villager. But the only problem with that being is Babylon could have got them in H2, so it kind of evened out. But I still think it's like really strong right now.
yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't think it really does even out because their cost being gold doesn't really make it bad. Like some people say it's better that they cost gold because you're able to, like, there's a lot of gold in these starry mines and you can gather super efficiently with like no walking time, and you don't have to, all you have to do is build a building that costs 300 wood, and then you have villagers that train in 8 seconds. For Babylon, they would have to build a bunch of gardens, which costs, you know, a decent amount of resources building all those gardens, and you can only make so many in each age. So it's, you can argue that it's, like you said, the new Babylon, and even stronger than, you know, Babylon villager training time.
Yeah, it is really difficult to punish, but especially on these bigger maps. But in a Persia area, we won't count for too much, obviously.
Yeah.
Because
but here you go. You see Recon already on his way to H3, and he's just finished building the War Academy.
And
so
Borg is getting the War Academy as well, but he's not going to H3 yet.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. Both players mirroring builds, but I think weak ones is slightly more crisp.
Recon still doesn't have handsaw. It's, I wouldn't say Recon's is more crisp. It's just that they're doing slightly different builds. Borg's doing more, getting more economy upgrades, and Recon's doing a much faster H3, but skipping some of the economy upgrades.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how these play out.
Yeah, this is really, really interesting. I mean, Borg just got his eco upgrades now as well. But he's gonna take a big villager lead, so he has to be careful for that. But no military buildings down for either player yet, so both content in booming, and this is where Recon's gonna take a massive lead.
Yeah, and paid labor is now active, so Recon's villagers are training in 8 seconds, which is pretty insane. He did activate something else. Oh, training cost at the standard rate.
Yeah, makes him 30% more expensive. And he is getting his third TC as well, which is going to be an even bigger boost. It's going to be really, really strong. But let's see how both players react to this. Right now, we have a 36 villager count to 33 from Borg.
Yes.
So
you're seeing paid labor already pay off.
Yeah.
And even though, yeah, Recon's already taking that villager lead. 38 villagers to 34. Borg's on his way to H3, so he's going to be going for paid labor also. But it's going to come a bit later. He doesn't have enough resources for his third town center.
And both players have been able to mine, well, Recon has been able to mine for hunts, whereas Borg has been going for berries as well. So there's a difference there. So he's going to be able to...
Recon actually left a couple of deer here, which I'm not sure why. On his first hunt, he left 2 deer with still some food there.
Oh yeah, 66. Yeah, that's a decent amount. Maybe take the villager later and put it on. But here's a third CC going up, and you can see the lead getting bigger and bigger. 50 to 39 already, and he has got paid labor, but he still hasn't got a third TC yet. So every 8 seconds, he's using 1 villager to recon.
Yeah, 45 villagers to 58 now. So this is actually pretty insane how fast paid labor works. But Borg now has paid labor activated, and his villagers are now training in 8 seconds, and he's about to have his third TC up. And Recon's gold cost is starting to get low, so he's not. He is making villagers from each town center, but he's not gonna be making votes from all 3 town centers soon. And he's starting to make some military units. Borg's also making some military. So 53 villagers to 70 already. That is ridiculous. That's already a very large gap in economy. 53 builds to 70. And we have 3 stables for recon, and four stables going up for Borg here.
Yep.
And yeah, Borg's focusing on military a lot. He's falling behind in economy. 76 villagers to 63.
And both players going for a stables composition. Borg making some mounted archers, and I'm not too sure about making too many mounted archers on this map, just because it is so closed off and it's difficult to harass. But definitely a few here and there. So let's check the eco upgrade. So the H2 handsaw upgrade there. Okay, so Borg ahead on eco upgrade. He has got a massive villager loss, so he's 13 villager behind compared to recon.
Yeah, and so you look at these armies. So we have pure mounted archers from recon, and Borg's actually going. Well, he's mixing in some mounted archers, but he's about 90% acid bar, which, if he gets caught by these mounted archers counter the acid bar and they have range. So Borg's gonna have to be careful here. Acid bar are very strong, but you know they can get hit and run and shot down. And it's both of them moving out. The one thing,
if you can get a good surround on the mounted archers, it's okay, but on a map this big,
yeah. But acid bars are a lot better at killing buildings and all that. And Borg's haven't taken a really good engagement here. Recon's losing a couple of acid bar for free here, so this is actually he's escaping with them, but he was losing a lot of HP. Now he is actually losing these. And meanwhile, Recon's gonna have to retreat with his mounted archers. We have 86 villagers for Borg to 97 for Recon. And Borg's able to stop another stable from getting built, so that's very nice.
But Borg does have the higher pop, so even though he has less villagers, he has a huge army right now.
Yeah.
And that can't be overlooked right here. But he has to do something. He can't just lose units. Like,
yeah. Pretty even armies right now. 14 mounted archers and 5 S bars to 12 mounted archers and 5 S bars. Borg was getting the first shots off there, but Recon did have a couple more units. And Recon does have the reinforcements right away because he's fighting at home. So pretty big engagement here.
Oh, and it looks like like Borg might win this.
Yeah, we do have more reinforcements actually coming for both of them. So we have 12 mounted archers for Borg and only 8 for Recon right now. So Recon's actually floating a ton of resources, so he's not doing the best job spending them. Well, Borg's floating quite a bit too, but not gold. Borg's floating a lot of wood, while Recon's floating a lot of gold.
Yeah, but Borg might do well to get his mark set up whilst he has some map control. But he's up in his base right now, and he might need to kite. No. Mounted archer straight into those Asabara. That was bad.
Yeah, Borg's having a little bit of a gold crisis. His gold's getting pretty low, and he doesn't have any markets up yet, which I don't like. Recon's being really good, already has a market up. So you're gonna have to switch to that caravan route pretty soon, both of them. Oh, Recon. Oh, wow, I did not see this. There's a fortress up, and Recon's taking a very far gold mine. Very nice. Secured it with a fortress and is now building some proxy siege workshops.
Yeah, so that's always nice. And he's gonna be able to get a good raid in with them. But right now, you can see a huge force by Recon heading into Borg's base, and he has really good vision. Not having map control, he has excellent vision. If you look at him on the minimap, you can see
Recon.
Yeah,
he definitely does. And he's throwing down a fortress and even 2 guard towers to secure this gold mine here. Very nice. Oh, and Recon's moving in. He's got his 1 ram taking down this small wall, and
Borg out of position, like quite clear. Like even if he was, he's only got mounted archers. He hasn't got any Asabar to take these battering rams down.
Oh,
and
if Borg gets this wall up, this could be nice and buy him some time.
I don't think these
Oh.
battering rams care. Oh, 3 battering rams. Right now Borg is in Recon's base, but I think Recon is in a much better position. He's trying to delay it as much as he can, and this is an awkward wall, but he's got his rams through, and this isn't good.
Yeah, once these rams get through, they're gonna be able to just do so much damage, and Borg's gonna. He might be doing a base. Yeah, he might be doing a base trade here, but like I said, I think last game base trades do not work versus battering rams.
Definitely not, especially with mounted archers.
Yeah, mounted archers are doing pierce damage, so they can only kill vills. And yeah, this is looking really good for Recon right now.
The game could be over soon because there's not much that Borg can do at the moment. He's gonna lose this town center. He's gonna lose all his production, and he does not have enough units to defend.
Yeah, I think Borg doesn't know what to do right now. He has his entire army still in Recon's base, but they're not really doing anything. And meanwhile, Borg's losing like his entire base.
Yep, that's a lot of battering rams. Jesus Christ.
The one thing, if Borg retreats, like a lot of population is in these battering rams. So if you get like some Asabar out, you know, that would be, you can kill the battering rams. And that's a lot of resources invested in the battering rams.
Those stables are going down quickly, and he is trying to build more, but they're going to go down just as fast.
Yeah, he's housed.
There's a lot of battering.
He doesn't have any villagers building houses. He needs to drop down all of his houses.
Yeah, this is an overwhelming amount of battering rams, and he's killed those storehouses, so those woodline villagers are going to stop mining, and they're probably going to die too. This does not look good for Borg at all.
No.
Dropping in population.
Yeah, he's still getting some raids off, but it's looking like it's just not enough. Still a few more battering rams. Ooh, they're all idled right now, but once they get moving, they're gonna be doing a lot of damage. Oh, Recon's trying to hide his wood villagers here in this corner, but I think Borg's gonna see this, so this will be nice. Nice pickup for Borg here. There are 11 villagers, so if you can pick off these villagers, chase them down and kill them, that is nice.
And this, the gold finishing for Borg, he is floating quite a bit, but he is mining from this one.
This is what I'm saying. All these rams.
Say that?
Ooh, okay. Now Recon is moving in. The rams were getting cut off, but
okay, there's a lot of rams in it. Should be game right now. I don't think there's much that.
It's hard to say because Recon. If you look at Recon's bank, he's 200. He's less than 300 food. Most of his military is battering rams, and Borg has a pretty large bank, and he's kind of still running around with raids.
But Borg isn't going to be able to produce anything for much longer by these rams.
Yeah.
Like,
he needs to just he has the wood. He needs to drop down a ton more stables in all of his houses, and I mean he's not. If you look at Recon's bank, it is really low besides the gold, but
the unit count dropping for.
Ooh, if Borg can find these villagers here.
Dude, the only problem is these rams are constantly streaming in.
Yeah, they are. And now Recon is cleaning up Borg's mounted archers that were raiding. 74 villagers to 89, so Recon still does have quite a bit of economy lead actually.
Yeah.
Villager-wise.
And the stable's going down, and he's not producing any more stables, so this, frankly, this is, I don't think there's anything Borg can do now. Recon, his population is nearly max, whereas Borg has fell below 100, and battering rams still streaming in, and there's a few Asabara there on the side.
Yeah, and Recon queuing up a lot of caravans from somewhere. He made some new markets, it looks like. Oh yeah, wow, so he has 4 markets. Sorry, new market route. And yeah, so he's fixing his economy really well now.
32 villagers on that berry patch. Oof. There was still now.
Yeah, Borg has resources, but it's not doing the best job spending all of his resources, and it could be very difficult in this game because there's so much to do. Of course, such high APM,
if you look at the Recon's vision, it just keeps getting better and better. There's nothing that's going on this map without Recon knowing.
Yeah.
Nothing at all. And Recon even using his villagers town center.
Yeah.
And we're gonna see a GG any moment now, I reckon. The game. There we go. And 3-0 to Recon. Interesting.
Yeah, alright, there's the GG. So Recon does take this series 3-0.
Ooh, and if you look, he gathered in by 9,000, 10,000 resources nearly, actually. Villager count hugely in Recon's favor. And looks like Recon goes on to. He's probably gonna play against you in the next round.
Yeah, that's right.
Did that game give you a bit of a scare? Or are you
Yeah,
confident going into
Recon's
that
looking
match?
pretty strong.
He is. He's a good player.
Yeah, he's been known for a while. He is pretty much one of the top players. So, yeah, I'm actually playing versus Recon next round, the round of 8. So that
Have
would be a
you
really good
won your
series.
round?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you didn't watch it. We
Okay.
streamed it Thursday, I believe.
Oh, good luck, man. Well, I'm betting on him. Just so you know.
Alright, well, I'll take your money.
Okay, we'll have to wait and see, man. But let's see how it goes.
This should be really close.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, thanks for co-casting.
All right, so see you later, guys. Been a pleasure streaming, and hope you all had fun. See you, Mark.
Alright, see ya. Alright, so quick post-game stats. Current villager population, Recon took the lead early and pretty much kept it the entire game, so his economy was just much better. Units trained. Recon, not that many more trained, but buildings lost. 73 buildings lost for Borg. That's rough. Battering rams. Alright, well, I think that's gonna be it for the stream.